Listen, there's something you need to understand. The way they treated you, the betrayal, the disrespect, that's nothing new. No, it's just human nature, full of greed and selfishness. But you know what really makes me laugh? It's not how they walked all over you like you were nothing. It's how you responded, that deadly silence, cold, ruthless, without a single word. You know what they expected from you, right? An explosion, a fit of rage. They wanted you to scream, to beg, to break down. But you didn't. You just stood there, silent. And that silence, it's sharper than any blade. It's a deep cut that no words can heal. Your silence is the scariest weapon of all. A slow knife, sinking into their minds, inch by inch. In that silence, they're afraid. They don't know what you're thinking, and that's what drives them mad. You didn't yell, you didn't snap, you didn't lash out. You just let them drown in their own arrogance, and that's your power. They thought you'd react like any other weak person. But your silence, it shattered everything. They thought disrespect was just a joke, a game they'd already won. But what they never saw coming was this. You won the moment. You didn't play their stupid game. You stood there, quiet, and let their own stupidity burn them. At night, when they lie awake, their minds spinning with what happened, they'll know. Your silence is crushing them under the weight of their own guilt and fear. Your silence isn't just a weapon. It's a poison, slow, drip by drip. It seeps into their thoughts. It forces them to face what they've done. And there's no escape. You know that, don't you? That's when they start to crumble. They get caught in the trap they set for themselves. And you don't have to do a damn thing. Just stand there, let the silence do its job. They think they've won, that they've got the upper hand. But really, that victory, it's just a temporary illusion. As your silence becomes their nightmare, they'll realize they lost the second it all started. Every word, every action will come back to haunt them. And you don't have to lift a finger. Just keep holding on to that ruthless silence. You don't need to beg for forgiveness. You don't need to justify yourself. You don't need to lose your temper. You've had control from the very start. And they've let your silence destroy them. There's no revenge more brutal than the way your silence tears them apart. You just stand there, unmoved, while they fall into the abyss. When their downfall begins, you won't have to do a thing but stay still. Just keep that icy calm. And when they finally understand that they can't break you, fear will consume them. Your silence is now their worst enemy, a ghost they can't escape. In the end, when they realize their disrespect couldn't touch you like they thought, when regret starts eating away at them, you'll just stand there, smiling, because you know better than anyone. Real power isn't in the shouting. It's in the silence, in that unshakable calm. You've won because you didn't react like they wanted you to. You held your ground while they sank in the trap they set. Let them understand that, in your world, they're insignificant, just shadows already forgotten. When they realize you've moved on, that you've grown stronger, they'll feel the pain, knowing they have no power over you anymore. That's what's going to kill them, slowly, painfully. You don't have to do anything. Just keep moving forward. Your silence has said everything that needs to be said. And you know what? You don't need to forgive. You don't need to look back. Because the truth is, you won the moment you chose silence. You stand above them, watching them break under the weight of their own foolishness. And that's real power. You've won without saying a single word. Your silence has done all the work. You didn't need to yell. You didn't need to rage. All you had to do was stay silent, and the world knows who's really in control. And when they come crawling back, begging for forgiveness, don't say a word. Just smile and walk away, because to them, you're a ghost now. And their greatest fear is never being able to touch you again.